I'm going to go over 7 mistakes I see cleaners make with their websites all the time. I did some random searches and I'm going to show you some examples of these mistakes. Now, I apologize in advance if they happen to be your website. Not everybody can have a perfect SEO'd website, but nonetheless, this is for educational purposes. Now, mistake number 1 is having a website that is either too ugly or too pretty. This is kind of a combination of both of those, but if you go out of your way to make the website too pretty, sometimes it doesn't look good. Sometimes the text is lost. Sometimes it just makes for a site that's not that well read. And you need to make sure that your site isn't either or. If it's too ugly, that's a problem. If it's too pretty, that's a problem too. Pretty should not be the goal. The goal should be to have a user-friendly website that actually sells. Now, mistake number 2 is not having enough unique content on your website. This is a case where you have a lot of clip art pictures. This is a case where there's not very much text on the website. Now, the other problem with that, and I don't know if this site has that problem or not, is a lot of the times there'll be duplicated content, duplicated text, pictures that are clip art pictures all over every other cleaning website. Both of those are big problems. Don't have text on your web page that's on another website. There's ways to check for that for both pictures and text, but make sure that you've got enough unique content for Google to rank you. Now, mistake number 3 is a lack of keywords, not having the right keywords on your site. Here's a good example of one of the pretty websites, but yet there aren't really any good keywords anywhere on this website except for, I think at the very bottom they mention the city name. But the actual title tag is actually just called the name of the company. Very pretty video, but no keywords here in any of the tags. No keywords here. Barely buried inside here, we've got some keywords about janitorial, but nothing about cleaning. Nothing about, I don't even know what city they're in unless I scroll to the bottom of the page and look at the very small text. That's a bad thing. This is not what you want on your website. Again, pretty website, but very much so a lack of keywords. Now let's go in the other direction of mistake number 4, too many keywords. Here's a case of a website that's keyworded all over the place. It doesn't rank on the first page of Google, though, in a city that's not very big. We've got the name of the website is actually the city name. We've got the city name here in one of the pages. We got the city name plastered here. I'm sure in a big header tag, we got the city name plastered here. We got it all over the place, and yet there's not very much other unique text. I don't know if this is unique text or not, but too many keywords. Too many keywords crammed all over the place is not a good thing, and it's not going to help. But yet at the same time, like we just saw in the last example, you have to have some keywords, so there's a happy medium there. Now, the other thing that you need to check is spam links coming into your web page. Websites that are linking to your site that are spammy type links, you need to check for that. And that might have been done by a malicious competitor that's trying to do negative SEO on your site. Or 2, maybe you hired an SEO company in the past. Years ago, it was actually a thing that helped SEO to have spammy type links, but not anymore. You need to devalue those, and you need to go in and get better links. But you need to check. There's tools out there where you can check the incoming links to see whether or not they're spammy links and to see what they look like. And are they from a gambling website? Are they from a site with a lot of other spam type links? Does it look like a good link or not? You need to check that type of thing and make sure that it's a good link. Now, mistake number 6 is a lack of a mobile friendly website. You need to check. There are some tools. If you go to Google and just search for the Google mobile friendly test, you can actually put in your web page and see if your website is mobile friendly. You need to make sure that it looks really, really good on a mobile device. You can actually see what it looks like without even going to a mobile device, but see what Google says about whether or not it's a mobile friendly site. Now, mistake number 7, and this is a big one I see, and some of this really relies on even the salesmanship of your site, but not keeping users on your site. This is a web page. This is an example of a site that's not that pretty. It's kind of awkward. It's kind of weird, but yet it's interesting. And it keeps people there, and there's several components on here that draw people in. Now, if you're not keeping people on your web page, they're going to go somewhere else. So you need to keep them on your webpage. This site shows up on the top 10, I think one of the top 5 in a huge city like Houston. So they're doing something right. They have the keywords. As soon as somebody lands on your page, you should have your city names, especially the big city that you service, plastered up top. And they do several times in not a very spammy type way. You open 24 hours. This is kind of interesting, kind of clunky and old, but kind of interesting. And then what I thought was really neat down here, they've got all these animated GIFs that show the different services that they do. They've got different videos down here. They've got a map of their city. Everybody that lands on here knows exactly where they're from. A lot of interesting videos to look at, talk about the city and all the different services. Again, kind of a gaudy website, but yet it obviously works. It's on the top 10 of Google in one of the biggest cities in the US. This is the kind of stuff that you guys need to concentrate on. Not the pretty website, not millions of links, not millions of keywords, but the right quality of stuff. So, this is all the stuff that we're going to be talking about in the Simple SEO course. Specifically, how to look for this stuff, how to change this stuff, how to get the right stuff for doing simple SEO. Easy to do stuff, easy to do SEO. So check out the link right below this video for information on signing up for the Simple SEO course for cleaners.